Good day, everyone. I'm sorry I can't be with you in Ireland, but I'm sending you warm wishes from that well-known village where the turf meets the surf, Del Mar, California, home of the Breeders' Cup for the last 2 years. My name is George Schwarz, and I am the founder of Omnibox and the inventor of the proprietary and game-changing diagnostic tool we will be creating. Today, we address a threat that remains the single greatest risk to the stability of our industry: infectious disease. In horse breeding, where success is measured by the arrival of a healthy foal and the long-term fertility of a stallion, the stakes are not just emotional, they are profoundly economic. First, I would like to address the problem and then present to you my solution to stop this from ever happening again. Infectious diseases are the silent saboteurs of the breeding season. Consider equine herpes virus and EVA. These are not merely respiratory ailments. They are reproductive catastrophes. EHV1 can cause abortion storms, where a single infected mare rapidly spreads the virus, leading to late gestation losses across an entire herd. This is devastating. As you know, EVA is particularly insidious for stallions. Once infected, a stallion can become a lifelong shedder, carrying the virus in his semen and passing it to every mare he covers, often without showing a single symptom. Billions of dollars are at stake. The financial impact of these diseases extends far beyond veterinary bills. A stallion identified as an EVA carrier often sees his commercial value plummet and may be banned from lucrative international export markets. When an outbreak hits, it just doesn't stop one horse, it stops the industry. An equine influenza outbreak in Australia, for example, cost the industry over $1 billion due to the total halt of horse movement. Major hospitals and breeding farms have been forced to close for months to contain outbreaks, with single events costing facilities upwards of $4 million. We need only look at recent history in Europe to see the scale of this damage. The 2021 Valencia outbreak in February, there an EHV1 outbreak resulted in the deaths of over 20 horses and the cancellation of all FEI events across Europe for months. Because the diagnosis was delayed, over 600 potentially exposed horses returned to their home stables across Europe before the threat was recognized, effectively seeding the virus across the entire continent. Near to where I am in Palm Springs, California, in 2022, the outbreak of equine herpes resulted in a shutdown of the entire facility where 3,000 horses are normally housed, and the virus spread throughout counties of Southern California, resulting in significant loss of lives and an estimated economic loss of $50 million. I met with 5 equine vets at that facility a couple months ago, and they all said they wish they had this product today. I received similar feedback from equine vets in Equine, South Carolina, a home of equestrian sports, and also in Wellington, Florida. In Ireland, where the horse industry is a vital economic pillar, endemic threats like equine influenza and contagious equine metritis require a constant, expensive surveillance. A breakdown in these biosecurity measures can lead to immediate restrictions on the movements of thoroughbreds, which are Ireland's primary export for equines. The devastation in Valencia, Spain, that I discussed above happened because of a delay in diagnosis. Imagine if, instead of waiting days for lab results while horses were being loaded onto trailers, officials had an affordable point-of-care diagnostic instrument. Reaching that day is my mission, and I am $10 million and 2 years away from making this happen. With a diagnosis delivered in under 20 minutes, the index case in Valencia could have been isolated before the virus ever left the showgrounds. Instead of a continent-wide shutdown, we could have had a single stall shutdown. In breeding, rapid testing of stallions before they enter the shed would prevent the accidental infection of dozens of mares. Facilities would not need to close for weeks on suspicion. They could clear healthy horses in real time, keeping the breeding season on track. In conclusion, infectious disease is a constant threat, but it is one that we can now manage with the right technology. By moving from a wait and see model to test and act in 20 minutes, we protect not just the health of our horses, but the very survival of our industry. With that, I would like to introduce EquineDX, a groundbreaking platform poised to fundamentally transform infectious disease diagnostics in equine veterinary medicine. We are planning on developing an innovative platform that addresses a critical need within the industry, offering rapid, accurate, and cost-effective on-site testing capabilities. We will be able to test for any condition for which PCR is used today, including strangles and the Coggins test, EPM, EHV, flu, COVID, etc. Being able to perform the Coggins test in minutes allows horse owners to move their horses almost immediately rather than wait days. Currently, equine veterinarians and horse owners face significant challenges when diagnosing infectious diseases. The existing workflow often involves collecting samples, going back to their offices, entering the information into their files or computers, wrapping and shipping the samples to external laboratories, and enduring a waiting period of 2 to 3 days for results, sometimes longer. This delay can impede timely treatment, lead to disease spread, and cause considerable anxiety and financial strain. EquineDX directly tackles this issue with a proprietary nucleic acid amplification testing, NET, platform designed for immediate point-of-care use. Our system empowers equine veterinarians to conduct comprehensive testing directly at the horse's side. A simple workflow involves collecting a sample, be it blood, mucus, or feces, transferring it into our patent-pending novel cartridge, and then inserting it into our purpose-built portable analyzer with the horse's information and diagnosis immediately entered into the file via a handheld phone app, which controls the process for the veterinarian. Within minutes, the veterinarian can test for up to 4 suspected infectious diseases from a single sample, enabling immediate diagnosis and treatment. This endeavor is being conducted in close collaboration with Texas A&M University, a globally recognized leader in veterinary science and engineering. Their unparalleled expertise in equine infectious diseases and diagnostic innovation provides the scientific rigor and credibility essential for developing a truly transformative product. This partnership not only ensures the highest standards of research and development, but also lends significant market confidence to the final product's efficacy and reliability upon launch. Our technology reconfigures the existing nucleic acid amplification testing workflow. It is not a new one, and it dramatically slashes the operational costs associated with advanced diagnostics. This disruptive approach allows us to introduce a highly accessible business model. We can afford to and plan to provide our analyzers free of charge to the 20,000 equine veterinarians worldwide, with profitability driven by the sale of proprietary cartridges at an accessible price point of $50 each. Considering a single cartridge can perform up to 4 tests, this offers an unprecedented value proposition. This model allows veterinarians who traditionally earn nothing from external lab tests to retain a significant portion of the diagnostic revenue, effectively turning a cost center into a profit generator while delivering superior patient care. And while I can't disclose the exact cost of the analyzer, suffice it to say that the purchase of 12 cartridges covers the cost of the analyzer, plus the 12 cartridges, and then some. Basically, this translates to having 0 marketing costs to kick off our business. The initial focus on the equine market is strategic, as the U.S. regulatory environment for veterinary devices in this sector does not require pre-market FDA approval, significantly accelerating our path to market. The Irish authorities are becoming increasingly concerned about this issue, as evidenced by the fact that as of February 1st, 2026, all premises keeping horses must have an equine establishment number, which facilitates traceability and disease surveillance. Beyond horses, the underlying platform is inherently scalable and adaptable for diagnosing diseases in other animal species and even humans, presenting vast long-term growth opportunities. Our patent has not yet been issued, but was filed with the assistance of a patent lawyer who has a PhD in molecular biology and who has represented no fewer than 8 Nobel Prize winners. She runs the patent diagnostics practice at the world's 3rd largest law firm. And although the patent is not yet issued, she has written a freedom to operate opinion which identifies no red flags about infringing others' intellectual property rights. To bring this revolutionary prototype to fruition over the next 2 years, we are seeking $10 million in investment. Upon successful development, Omnibox will be strategically positioned to either capture a substantial share of the global diagnostic market independently or become an attractive acquisition target for major industry players such as Zoetis, IDEXX, or Merck Animal Health. Ultimately, EquineDX represents more than just a technological advancement. It's an evolution in how veterinary care is delivered. By eliminating diagnostic delays and reducing costs, everyone benefits. The horse receive faster care, trainers and breeders gain peace of mind, and owners save time and money. And the vets start making money. Just how desktop printers democratized printing by making it affordable and accessible, EquineDX aims to do the same for advanced veterinary diagnostics. I understand this may sound aggressive, but the proper execution of this plan justifies a claim that this can result in an outcome in excess of $1 billion. If this vision resonates with you, I would welcome the opportunity to discuss Omnibox in greater detail. Thank you for your time and your consideration. And again, I do wish I was with you there.